Now, I know he seems like super frustrated here in the card, but knaves are dreamers, and I feel like he dreams about his divine feminine, and that's the hidden aspect behind his anger here, is that he wants to come towards you in this way that is very soft, romantic, loving, his true nature. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope everyone's doing incredibly well. Welcome to the new subscribers to the channel, and those of you who have been rolling with me for a long time. Guys, you mean the world to me. Thank you so much for your beautiful comments, guys. I try to respond as much as I can, but on the days that I can't, please don't think that I just don't see them. My phone sends me a notification every time you guys make a comment. And that's how I'm able to filter through a lot of the, negative stuff in our community and make sure it gets out of there. And just kind of keep you guys aligned with people who are on the same path as you. So thank you so much for all of your warm messages, your thoughtful comments, and thank you for those of you who are sharing aspects of your journey, whether it's the good times you're experiencing or a lot of the pain. A major message I've been getting to share with the collective is that you guys are not alone, okay? You guys are not alone on this twin flame journey, this twin flame experience. However you have come across the term twin flame, you're supported. You're supported amongst other people who have experienced a lot of similarities that you might have gone through on your own ascension path. So yeah, just welcome to my channel is what I guess I'm trying to get at. And, also just let you guys know how amazingly thankful I am to be in your presence. If you guys haven't checked out the last Divine Masculine letter, I definitely urge you to do so. Just because I felt like it ended off on a sexual tone in terms of him thinking about his divine feminine sexually, but it's coming through as like how a man would treat you sexually, It's like, you're in for a goddamn treat, versus someone who is very immature in their energy wanting to have sex with you. And I feel too, when you come across someone who is very immature with their sexual energy, it's a good time to pay attention to where you are energetically, because wherever we are energetically, it tends to attract people, places, circumstances towards us. So that's why I feel like a lot of this twin flame journey points us back to ourselves. We have to self-care, we have to take care of our own needs, we have to draw boundaries. However the lessons are appearing in your life right now, basically what the universe is trying to get at is to really help you take accountability in every area of your life. And what I mean by every area is, the wands, the pentacles, the cups, the swords, our thoughts, our emotions, our ability to make money, and what it is we came here to do, our passions in life. So yeah, those are basically the aspects that we come to explore here on this playground. And so, many of you who are going through this twin flame journey are kind of seeing through things right now. You're seeing through the world, you're seeing through the earth. And it forces you guys inwards to explore your own spirituality, a lot of your own feelings, because I feel like the universe's way of really getting humans' attention is by sparking their interest when it comes to connecting. And whether that's to your twin flame or to other people in your surroundings, love is a very profound energy on this planet. And I feel like that's why many twin flames take on the role of trying to embody unconditional love, because it's so skewed on this planet. So a lot of the times when we are introduced to the twin flame journey, the twin flame path, feeling a soul connection to one person specifically and having their energy embody yours and yours within them, it's a really unique experience. And I think that, the love that we feel for our twin flame, it cannot help but filter out into the love that we feel for our family, our friends, ourselves mainly, in order to attract healthy family and friends, or what I mean by attracting healthy family and friends is, the ability to bring out the best in our family and friends as well, just based off of the frequency that we carry once we meet our twin flames and go through all this shadow work, the dark stuff. So yeah, I just thought I would continue on again with the sexual energy with your twin flame. I'm going to just get a couple more cards from this deck, which is the Romance Angel deck, and I'm using it with the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Usually when I do sexual romantic readings, I don't always stick to the rules of tarot. I kind of just go off of the images on the card as well sometimes. And we know how oracle cards work. It's just based off of your own energy, the way you perceive things. Many readers perceive the world in like a very profound way. Like I feel like every reader who connects with like tarot cards, that even maybe a lot of you guys are listening, you guys are tarot card readers, whether you have YouTube channels or not. I think that's just more of your choice, whether you choose to share it publicly or not. But a lot of you have your own decks. A lot of you can read into the collective. A lot of you can read your own twin flame connection and journey. And I feel like, you know, the reason being is because a lot of us can kind of like see the world very, very beautifully. A lot of the times I catch myself on this journey, especially throughout the painful times on my journey, being away from my twin or separation, or, you know, experiencing bonding and then all of a sudden have it be torn apart by separation. You'll find that like as you start to grow and spiritually awaken, the pain of separation almost becomes a feeling of like looking at love as such a beautiful thing. Like the only way I know how to explain it is by telling you guys how I feel. When I think about my masculine, during the times that I yearn for him, I long for him, I miss his physical presence. Even though it might be like bringing me to a space where I might cry about it, or I might just, you know, really sit there and feel sad, I can tell you guys that at the end of it, like the feeling I'm left with is humans are so freaking cute when it comes to love. And I'm so grateful to be on this journey. And yeah, I hope you guys are really feeling this energy and this love, because yeah, the cards are really beautiful as well in terms of the last three I just pulled there. But yeah, I'm just in good spirits. A lot of you on Patreon have been reaching out to me through personal messages just to say that there is such lovely momentum and positive movement forward in your own connections. And yeah, I'm just feeling the love. I guess I'm feeling beyond thrilled for a lot of you who are experiencing great transformations. And even if you're going through the hard times, the dark times, you know, again, you're not alone, and just stay in tune with like what it is you feel on a soul level. How do you feel for this person? What are some of the things that you've exchanged in conversation that at a soul level, it rings truth to you? And a lot of the times when we're doubting the connection, I can honestly tell you guys that a lot of the doubt comes from social programming, how it is we're supposed to perceive relationships. A lot of the triggers come from lower energies. And what I mean by lower is it's experienced by the lower chakras. I try not to talk about chakras and all that stuff too much, just because like it's like trying to concentrate during sex, you know what I mean? It's like trying to concentrate on an orgasm. It's like the best orgasms happen when you are totally just lost. So I feel like when we talk about like, you know, the root chakra, a lot of the times people are sitting there focusing on that area of their body. So I just like to refer to it as like lower energies or higher frequency aspects. But a lot of worry and doubt and fear and feeling stupid and embarrassed and shame, it comes from balance needing to occur in the lower part of our energy system or our energy center. And so a lot of the times when you do experience emotions like that, you can help yourself. You can pretty much help yourself heal through a lot of the ascension symptoms that many of us go through when we step onto the twin flame path. And that has to do with, you know, healing jealousy, healing insecurity, taking care of ourselves, not giving our power away, speaking up for our truth, having a voice, being more aggressive if you're very docile, or, you know, trying to calm your energy if you find yourself being a little bit too aggressive. So again, yin and yang, divine feminine, divine masculine, all of that is trying to take place and take balance. So yeah, let's go ahead with the reading here. So the major energy right now coming through in your connection, if you're paying attention to this reading here, is to pay attention to the red flags. Now, this is not going to have to do with your twin flame connection, but it says signs that are cautioning you. And I feel like we touched a lot upon taking care of our own inner needs. A lot of you who might be in separation right now, like the red flags are like the doubts that you experience. Anything that throws you off balance with feeling, you know, at your highest vibration, it's simply an emotion that's coming up that needs attention. And that's what we basically mean by facing your shadow self, facing the inner work. It's like a really shitty emotion comes up that makes you feel like closing up into a shell. And instead of drinking or distracting yourself with company that's no good for you, overeating, you know, just being totally oblivious to the emotion that you're feeling instead of facing it or trying to understand it in some way, and then coming to a place of forgiveness for having gone through that. That's simply all the shadow work is, guys. When we are too triggered to face the memory that's coming up. Let's say, for example, you have a conversation with your twin flame and all of a sudden they say something to you that kind of sounds like a bully that you might have, you know, come into contact with a really long time ago, or someone who might have said something really nasty to you, and all of a sudden the vibe you get kind of like takes you back to that place for a moment, and you become repelled by your twin flame for even having that same alignment with that person who once hurt you. It's like, you're my twin flame. You should have never said that to me and made me feel like this person did. But yeah, that's basically, you know, what's coming up. It's like, face the triggers on your own. Don't project. Don't blame. Just go to this place and curl up like a snail in its shell, or a turtle inside of its shell. And, you know, allow yourself the time to just heal. Go through the motions of thinking about the experience and return back to a place of unconditional love, and know that, you know, you're a soul and you came here to earth to learn. You're okay. Nothing is going to happen to you. Nothing that the soul cannot handle. And everything that is happening to you, you are more than prepared to handle it. All right? So I feel like pay attention to the red flags is coming up for you guys, to just get that last little reminder of any kind of energies or feelings, emotions that come up for purging, especially that's affecting you or your connection negatively. It feels like blocks. It feels like you just can't get past it, whether it's financial, emotional, you know, having to do with like following your goals and dreams in life, or, you know, even the swords energy, just paying attention to drawing healthy boundaries in your life. Pay attention to those things that are coming up right now, even if it seems repetitive. The reason it is repetitive is because it's like shouting at you to make some type of change, okay? Now, getting into the masculine energy, which is what I feel like we're all like kind of waiting. You know, he's in his Knave of Cups energy, okay? Now, I know he seems like super frustrated here in the card, you know, but knaves are dreamers, you know, and I feel like he dreams about his divine feminine, and that's the hidden aspect behind his anger here, is that he wants to come towards you in this way that is very soft, romantic, loving, his true nature, but a lot of the obstacles behind coming forward ends up plaguing our mind, okay? And this is the lower energy I was talking about, okay? What if she doesn't answer back? What if she lashes out at me? What if she's found someone else? What if she's not interested in pursuing this twin flame journey right now? Okay, she's had enough. This is why he's holding back on communication. But the cat there in the background is just reminding him to take the goddamn risk, you know? So what if she says she's not interested right now? Maybe she's trying to call your bluff, divine masculine. Maybe she's trying to be playful like this cat here and mess around with you a little bit for your absolutely, you know, what am I trying to say here? Like your willingness to go off and depart and be silent and be away from her for so long. Now that you're communicating, maybe she's just messing with you a little bit. And the reason that she's doing that is because she would like you to embody confidence. She would like you to come towards her in a way that, you know, despite her maybe toying with you a little bit, stop and take accountability for the fact that you have been absent, you have been away, especially during a time where she was giving, and you got triggered and you ran. It's like, don't forget about the times that she gave and gave and gave. Don't forget about the hidden messages that she spoke to you during conversations about her always riding on this journey with you, okay? Now, in terms of his sexuality, we have the Nine of Swords coming up. Okay, so I feel like the energy of the 9 itself talks about quests in life, okay? And the Divine Feminine is far by a long shot, okay? In terms of like coming across a woman who floats his boat in every way. I mean, you can see this very tall, confident man just kind of like crumbling in her presence, okay? It might be the way she smells, it might be just her presence, you know, being, I think I mentioned this in the last letter that I wrote on the channel with the Divine Masculines expressing themselves. He's just so thankful and grateful to have a woman like you with all of your divinity and sexuality. Like many of the Divine Feminines, the message I'm getting is like, you guys may not realize it because maybe to the outside world or the public, you are very reserved in terms of your sexuality. It's like the things that you would do behind closed doors, Divine Feminine, it's like no one would ever expect it. And the reason I'm getting that message is because your Divine Masculine in this card is very, very intrigued by some of the conversations that you guys have had in private. Even with the cat's tail curling around his leg like that. And the 9 too represents a lot of comfort and security. A lot of the times when a cat curls its tail around something, they're trying to claim it. They're trying to mark their territory or even express how much they love it because they're that comfortable to do that. And I feel like this card represents the fact that he's just so thankful to have a woman like you reciprocate his feelings towards you. And I feel like for many of the feminines, that's something that you guys are going to have to get used to, because I feel that you guys see your masculines in this way, where it's like he's just everything that you have ever imagined, which is why you will surrender like this towards him. Many of the Divine Feminines might also relate to being demisexual, okay? And if you guys don't know what demisexual is, it is basically like you need to feel an emotional connection to someone in order to feel a sexual attraction or to feel sexual chemistry. And I think that that is very admirable about you, Divine Feminines. Your masculine is so turned on by this, but at the same time very honored by the fact that you it takes you time to get to this place. And speaking of that, in terms of like swords energy, we have the 6 of Swords coming through. And just based off of the image in this card alone here, like this is her surrendering to when she does feel that love connection. Like even with her legs open, with him between her legs, she's in such a vulnerable position as well, being on her back, allowing him to overtake her energy sexually here. Even with the chains around her neck broken, I feel like that is when she, you know, like the 4 Walls is what I get. 4 Walls by Gorgon City. If you guys don't know that song, all 4 walls come falling down. No more walls. Listen to that song. The lyrics might have something to say to you guys in terms of like sexual innuendos. But I feel like perseverance, okay? Because that's the energy of the 6, is like persevering, because 5 is all about changes happening, right? Dark night of the soul. But when it happens, we rise like the phoenix from the ashes, and we experience the energy of the 6. So a lot of you, after like a lot of heavy moments, you might see 666 appearing everywhere. The universe is trying to tell you you're on the right path. Good for you for getting up and dusting your knees and shoulders off. And this is like you guys both persevering through the shadow work, you know. He wants to dominate you, but you won't allow it until he faces the softer sides of himself and is able to dominate you in a way that is respectful, Divine Feminines. And he sees you as very strong, but wants you to have a sense of vulnerability as well in his presence. Maybe let a bit of that guard down that you are surrounded by, Divine Feminines. Because, you know, what I get is like after all of this stuff ends up purging itself, okay? Like being afraid to reach out, being afraid to really express how it is you guys feel towards each other, even if it is like, hey, listen, I know I've been away for quite some time, but I've been meaning to tell you that you're the only person for me. Like you're it. That's it. And I feel like that's what the 9 of Swords here. And I feel like with that surrender It's like you guys are now, you know, with this passionate energy here, allowing yourselves to be in the appropriate roles. It's attracting a new type of love. Okay, and this is what I mean by in the letter when I shared that you guys are moving towards new levels of love every time that you spend a long time being separate and then you reconnect again. You will see the connection shift to deeper levels. Even if it is like, you know, during your off times, you guys are like waiting to like talk to each other again after a long day at work. The energy surging through your body during these times, it's incredible. And I was talking a bit about it on Patreon as well, because a lot of people will ask, you know, like, what is the purpose of this whole twin flame love? You know, like, why are twin flames even a thing? Like, what is going on here? It's basically because it puts us in a fucking hell of a good mood. And I'm so sorry to swear. I never usually swear on my channel, but that's just the vibe I'm getting, okay? Like, a lot of you guys are feeling very bold, very outspoken. The thing is that when twin flames come together, they're in such a good mood around each other. The love that they feel is so energetic. And on a chemical level, like what our body is experiencing through the release of dopamines and endorphins, when we go off spending a whole day around other people with boosts of these types of chemicals in our bodies, we just embody a different type of energy out there. We're helpful towards people. We are respectful. We are kind. We are willing to exceed expectations when it comes to being a human being on this planet, okay? And that tends to be very contagious when it comes to being out and about in public, okay? And that's what this whole new vibe and twin flame love and deep love connection is all about, okay? So if you guys can kind of like wrap your heads around the idea that it's like, yeah, twin flame can sometimes appear to be a label or skew us away from the idea of what the purpose really is, because I think when people hear twin flame, they're like, oh, they get triggered, right? They're like, well, okay, you guys think you're a special group of people who are just here to make like all these spiritual changes, and so they kind of shy away from the path a little bit, even though they might be very well experiencing a lot of what we go through. But you know, if we can just kind of break it down to layman's terms here, the point of feeling this love connection is to basically have a chemical reaction within your body so that you are able to be the best version of yourself, and in turn spread that energy, which again becomes contagious around. Like everywhere you go, people are just smiling, they're in a good mood, they're just having better days. Like you guys might go on like a picnic to the park, for example, and then all of a sudden, because you're just feeling so good, you might just start chatting with the people next door who are having a picnic, and all of a sudden it becomes, you know, not just you and your family having a picnic, but now you and a whole bunch of strangers across the park here are all communing together because of this high vibe energy. And that's how it kind of spreads all over the planet in terms of embodying, again, this new love and this new type of energy that everyone is going to be embodying in the future to come. But twin flames are just kind of here as the anchors, and then we kind of like spread the love out, because again, we kind of have to go through a lot of the shitty times in order to be like, oh, okay, that's what the universe is trying to do. Because again, even though we have shitty times as twin flames, when we do reconnect with our twins in the physical through phone, like messaging, 3D, whatever, it's just such a blissful experience that we're like, okay, universe, we'll take the shitty times if that's going to be the reward. But yeah, okay, so continuing on the message, this could be the one. These are kind of like the earthly emotions that twin flames tend to experience, but really it's just a signal from the universe saying like, yeah, that's the one that you're meant to connect to in order to carry out this grand mission of just spreading love, just being of light. And I know people get triggered with the whole love and light thing, namaste, like whatever, we think it's just like a thing to say now, it's a fad. But really and truly, guys, like people are experiencing this love energy, this light energy, and I can honestly tell you, people who say love and light and namaste and things like that, they are on a whole other dimension in terms of like viewing humanity unconditionally. So even if you have a problem with this whole, oh, people are just too positive and like this whole love and light thing is just too much and people don't know what they're saying, they don't care. They are on a whole other dimension. And even if you spit negativity at them, they will still look at you and be like, I know where you're coming from, love and light. You know, like they're badasses when it comes to like doing this whole unconditional love thing on the planet. And they have to be. It's almost like they're very shielded energetically and protected, because they are literally beams of light floating all over this planet. But right now your masculines are waking up to the fact that it's like they can't run from this idea of like love anymore. That's what they feel. At the end of the day, they can break it down all they want. They can run all they want. Love is what they feel, and you could be the one that they feel that with. That true love feeling, the stuff that's told to us in movies and Disney movies. And like, I don't know why I'm flicking around these cards so much right now, guys, but I'm just going to go with the energy. But yeah, that's what your masculines are going through right now, okay? Like, however it resonates, if you're a woman and you're feeling the masculine energy, that's how you're feeling for your male feminine counterpart. You know, love is just an overall energy, and I feel like this could be the one. Is like, yes, you guys are experiencing true love. Be grateful, roll with it, and try to heal the parts of you that is refusing to accept that you guys have been this blessed, okay? Amazing things happen to people all the time, and you are one of those people that it's happening to. So celebrate, and any feeling that comes up or any voice in your head that comes up that says that you can't have this or you don't deserve it, let it away. Let it out into the universe and say, you know what, this thought doesn't really feel so good right now. It's actually making me feel pretty funky. Let it go and align yourself with the feeling that feels most aligned to what it is you want. That's your birthright. So the last card we have wrapping up this reading is the honeymoon card. And I feel like the honeymoon card comes up because of that last statement that I made about it's your birthright to be happy. It's your birthright to have a good love life, if that's what you came here to experience. And many of you will know this at an intuitive level, because true love is something that you have not only just stumbled upon, but even as a kid, it's like, for some weird reason, it's like love songs would stand out. For me as a kid, it was Dream, Dream, Dream. Remember that song? Dream, 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 dream. I remember being as young as like 3 or 4 years old, and my aunt and my mom played it one time, and I was like, oh my God. Like, something in me resonated, and I was so little. Another one was, it's a really old one. I don't know if any of you are going to know this, and if you do, I would be astounded if you did in the comment section, but you guys know that song? I swear I left her by the river. I swear I left her safe and sound. I don't even know, like, I would have to look up the lyrics, but that's another song as a kid I would get so emotional about. So, you know, this honeymoon card comes as a message to say enjoy the bliss enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And I feel like, you know, wrapping up this whole reading here, you guys, yes, you're working through the fears of understanding that although this journey may be like pointed by other people to be like, that's not real, you guys are crazy, have discernment and stand in your own truth and be autonomous when it comes to experiencing this life, because you are all you have. Your thoughts create your reality. So at the end of the day, this is your journey. So make sure that your thoughts and your actions are aligning with what it is you want, and stray as far away from other people's opinions, especially if their opinions feel like it's very imposed or it brings a lot of like shade or shame or guilt or negativity to your life. Those are pretty big red flags that are urging you to just carve your own path on this journey, okay? Because if for whatever reason you've stumbled on this video, or you align with the word twin flame or divine love, divine masculine, divine feminine, you are here to create new paradigms for others to learn from, okay? And that's why it's really important for you to stay steady in your own truth. All right, I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.